What's going on, YouTube? I wanted to talk a little bit today about the impending apocalypse. Uh, Apparently, Saudi Arabia's oil fields got torched in some missile strikes, allegedly conducted by the Iranian government. The Yemen rebels came out first and said it was all them, but apparently there's information saying that it wasn't the Yemen rebels, even though that kind of makes sense. They're already at war. That it was actually Iran that attacked Saudi Arabia's oil fields. And America, right, Trump specifically, is saying that he's going to wait on the situation to develop and see what Saudi Arabia wants to do before we move forward in the situation, but that the military option is very much on the table. And I'm just sitting here wondering to myself, why? Why on God's green earth are we even talking about a military option here? You know what this sounds like? This sounds a whole lot like Saudi Arabia's problem. All right, America, I get it. I'm a big fan of American exceptionalism. Like, we should be leading the world and getting them to follow us, but that doesn't mean by jumping into every war and conflict and dragging our nuts across the Middle East as we do it, right? Let those people handle those people's business, right? Saudi Arabia's oil fields do not concern me in the slightest. We are massively energy independent nowadays. A lot of people don't realize this, but America is the largest exporter, right? Producer and exporter of oil and natural gas in the world now. We started fracking those wells down the Permian Basin, right? Cracking open wells back up in North Dakota, getting these oil wells flowing that haven't flowed in years and years and years, and we are producing so much oil now that the pipelines literally, we don't have enough pipelines to move how much oil we're producing. I don't care about Saudi Arabia getting their fields burnt down. I don't know why we're even allied with Saudi Arabia. I get it, in the fact that the Middle East is a very strategic point in the world. You have access to 3 different continents from there. It's relatively close to big contenders like Russia and China, right? It's very nutrient rich. It's good to have a position in that part of the earth. But as far as really caring, I just can't. Because, and I plan on making another video talking about exactly where I stand on war and foreign policy in general, but in order to elaborate on that. But as far as this specific one goes, Saudi Arabia isn't exactly the type of country that I would want to go around allying myself with anyways. I don't see them really exemplifying any of our values. Other than maybe the fact that women aren't completely oppressed. They're still pretty oppressed, but they're not completely like Afghanistan oppressed. So I don't know, maybe. But as far as being like, oh yeah, no, that, you know what? The way that you just take gay people and throw them off the roofs of buildings, totally down with it. No, I absolutely not. They don't exemplify our values. They're stuck in that old theocracy way in the Middle East, with like just a little bit of westernization thrown in there, but they're not a Western country, they don't embrace liberal democracy. They're still technically a monarchy, right? They have their prince and their king and whatnot, and it's all very, very antiquated and sort of funny in that respect, but I just don't care. I don't care about their problems. I care in the fact that this could lead to a huge global conflict, right? So let's run it through. So Saudi Arabia says, you know what? We're going to war with Iran. We, for some reason, say okie dokie, and we're going in with you. We go to war with Iran. Russia says, hey, that's our vassal, because Iran is to Russia as Israel is to us. Russia comes in to stop it, right? Now we're at conflict with Russia, so NATO's getting involved. Russia's going to invoke their little eastern bloc of countries. China trying to help out its communist counterpart of Russia is going to get involved. This could be World War III, just over Iran and Saudi Arabia's oil fields. Don't care. We produce enough. My gas is cheap enough as is. It's not going to be going up that much, maybe about a quarter, but I'll live. I don't need to go and start slaughtering millions of people in order to keep that gas price down. You know, maybe if it was $5 at the pump again, but for $2.50, I'll live. So, this is just it's absurd. I get that we can't let Iran just do what it does nonstop, but it didn't attack us, man. Iran didn't attack us, right? We had more of a justification to go to war with Iran when they shot down our drone. Them blowing up Saudi Arabia's oil fields sounds like Saudi Arabia's problem. And if Saudi Arabia can't handle that, right? Why are we allied with them, right? That sounds more like we're their protectorate in that case, right? Like if they can't defend themselves against another country similar in posture, right? They need us to come in and flex our muscle, right? Why are we allied with them? They should be able to handle this. And if not, why aren't they paying some type of, if we want to go back to the city-state days of vassals and tributaries and satrapies, then hey, they should be kicking a little bit of that oil money on over to us, right? They, instead of us giving them foreign aid, maybe they should be paying a little bit of tribute. But no, I mean, that's not what it's meant to be. So that's not happening. I don't see how we're benefiting out of this relationship, basically, and we should probably pull out. But America's not very good at doing that. If we had one shortcoming, it is the fact that we always have to be in everybody's business, which just leads us to this perpetual cycle of being in people's business, because we can't do anything else, because people hate us in those parts of the country, and it's kind of hard to blame them when you bomb them 2 million deep, and when Barack Obama can go out there and earn a Nobel Peace Prize, right, for predator droning Libya so hard that its own population sodomized their leader in the streets so it would stop, okay? Like, it's kind of hard to take the moral high ground on these points. But, sometimes the first step of fixing a problem is just admitting you have one. Maybe we don't need to jump on the war bandwagon this time. Just let it go. Like, just this once, let it go. Let Saudi Arabia go out and get their people killed. And we'll sit back, because we'll go over there in Saudi Arabia, donate all of 1,500 people to the cause as our guys die in some godforsaken mountain range. So yeah, no. I vehemently oppose any type of military action against Iran. And how do we even, I get it, right? America says, the government says, Iran did this, right? Almost like George Bush is leading the country again. We got to fight them over there so we don't have to fight them over here. No, we've gone through this situation before where the American people were told something in order to get behind the war effort. It's happened a lot, actually, all the way since Vietnam. Gulf of Tonkin might ring a bell. Weapons of mass destruction. But I don't know if I really buy it. Why? You know what I mean? Why would they attack Saudi Arabia over this? It's not going to fix the problem. I get that they're an antagonistic kind of hermit country, but it seems like a whole lot of saber rattling. So anyways, if y'all like this video, if y'all all like hearing me rant on and on for absolutely no reason at all, Go ahead, hit that like button, share this video out, help grow the channel a little bit. This will be my last one for today. I'll be doing some more tomorrow, and go ahead, hit that subscribe button. So till next time, y'all take it easy.